Good afternoon, and this is part 4 of our tutorial of 2B King. And I'll give you a quick recap what we have so far. Sissy, our fairy, after destroying a revenant in the Mists of Amber, she decided to stay to pick up a couple of points of psychic. So she's got 2 turns to spend there. And then the Zybot over here finally was able to cash in the rest of his gems. He had a hard time doing that. He didn't get as much for them as he'd like, but he's ready to go. He's going to head off towards Zerox and get his quest. So we're going to go ahead and start round 20. Okay, we've got a bit of news. The insane man has been spotted as moving to Mariah Midlands. Sissy has received a hit point of natural healing. And Sissy isn't the one that has the physician. No, she does not. Okay. Sissy's AP has been reset. I have to manually deduct her AP for the use of the Halo of Light that she's using. Deduct 3 points for that. All right. And the Pegasus clan decided Zybot, the Scaly, needed a few bucks and deposited $114 into his account. Excellent. Okay. So first one up would be Zybot of the Pegasus clan. And now that he's gotten himself a few bucks to fool with, he's going to go directly to Zerox's apprentice and make use of her services. Though not nearly as powerful as her mentor, the apprentice does have a couple of nice talents, but she's not cheap. For $400, she'll teleport you to a random Mariah Lowland location. For $800, she'll teleport you to a random Midland location. And for $1,200, she'll teleport you directly to Zerox the Kingmaker. Well, he's got the money. He's going to go for the $1,200 service. Let's see. Let's get his stats up here. And his ticker rating's 25. 25. Yes, Doc, it helps to have the keyboard on. 25. 25 and $1,200. And she wants $1,560. Holy cow. He doesn't want to pay that much. So he'll go. He knows she'll probably turn him away, but he's going to go ahead and counter at $1,250. She's sticking to $1,560. He's not paying that. That's way too much. So he will pass on the services, and he'll just get there a different way. Okay, and the sun is up. And the only thing she can do right now is just deduct the cost of 1 turn, and we'll go on to round 21. Let's see what we have here. The healer has received a new Lucan Sprout. Okay. The insane man's spot is moving to the catacombs. It's a strange place for him to go. Sissy has received a hit point of natural healing. Sissy's AP has been reset. That's right. We need to adjust her AP again. Of course, like I mentioned in the last video, each character would be controlled by a player online, so they would take care of this on their own every time at the beginning of every round. That's why it's important to read the messages. Because it'll remind you of things like that. As a show of support, the Pegasus clan has deposited $179 into Zybot's account. Well, boy, they're shoving a lot of money into his account. So we'll start with him or her. I have a hard time seeing Zybot as a her. Okay, she's going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's going to head off to the woods and have 1 event. No quest. A magic portal. Might be helpful on the way back, but I don't think it's going to be very helpful now. The magic portal may help or hinder your progress. Step into the portal to teleport you to a random location within your current region. Since he's exactly where he wants to be, he's not going to use it at this time. And switch over to the sun. And she has now spent 2 turns. But this will be her second turn in the Mist of Amber. So we're going to give her 2 points of psychic for that. And at the beginning of her next turn, she'll be able to travel. Also, she has 11 experience points. She's going to go ahead and put 10 of those through a conversion into her power. This will raise her power to 4. And it's what she needed to activate this talent. So she is now an active dragon killer. You've trained yourself both physically and mentally for combat, specifically dealing with the worst creatures. +3 to hit and damage, and stealth is +20 versus dragons, and +2 to hit and damage, and stealth is +10 versus masters. Okay, so moving on to the next round. The Thurgis has received a new scroll of protection. The Insane Man's been spotted moving to the Breen coastal area. He's moving around a lot. Sissy's received a hit point. She also has to have her AP chain set. And as a show of support, the Sun Clan has deposited $131 into Sissy's account. They didn't want Zybot's clan showing them up. So the first one up is Zybot. And he's declaring that he is building a raft. Okay, to do so, you would have to have a bladed weapon. He has a dagger. You'd have to have a woodworker's kit, and you have to begin the turn in a forested location. So he's declaring that he's building a raft. So he's going to get me a raft. He's going to mark it as build status building. And then we'll move on to the sun. Let's see, what she have as far as funds? $899. Well, not much. Can't buy a boat with that. But she can buy the equipment needed to build one. She has a bladed weapon. She has a woodworker's kit. Okay, she has everything else she needs. So she's just heading over to the dock over here to get a roll of canvas so that she can build a boat. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She doesn't have enough to get 7 movement points yet, does she? Nope. 6. She can go as far as the Dark Road, which is a 2, or no, she's just going to detour into 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 6. She's going to detour into the guild, so she doesn't have to worry about those 2 events in the Dark Grove. And there's absolutely nobody at the guild for hire. Okay. And let's move on to the next round. The Kingdom News. Zybot the Skate has been practicing stealth and surprise techniques, increasing their skill by 1. Sissy received a hit point of natural healing, and we have to reset her AP. 3. Okay. First one up is Zybot. He's been the first one up so far in this entire session. Beginning of the round, this would have been changed to claim ownership, and he may now use it. So he's going to travel across the channel. 3, 6. Yeah, he's going to do that. So he's going to travel straight across these channel spaces. You can travel through as many of these channel spaces as you want on a raft, but they cost 3 per. He's just going to go 1, 2, and go right on here to the Oasis. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not going to go any further. He's just going to stay there for as a no event location, and he'll be able to get up to Zerox on the next turn. So, Sun. Oh, she's down here. There we go. I wonder what kind of spells Sun has. Have we changed sides yet? We have not. Okay, change sides to Sun. She has that kill time and the invisible spell. Okay, those aren't critical at this time, so 2. That big 5 there is kind of a roadblock, so she's just going to go here and wait. And we'll go on to round 24. So far, a fairly uneventful session. The Insane Man's moved to the Midlands. Yeah, the Mariah Lowlands, 37. Where's that? Oh, that's way over here to the right, isn't it? Yeah, he's over here. Okay. Pegasus Clan is pleased to deposit $135 into Zybot's account, and we need to adjust Sissy's AP. Okay, and Pegasus, no, Sissy's up first this time. Excuse me. Okay, 5, 6. She has a safety check here, which she passed successfully, and the fields, and 1 event. And she has her quest. Something sounded like it was approaching, but then moved away. A non-event. Okay, moving on to Zybot. Two with a safety check, and Zerox the Kingmaker. And he's going to get his quest. And he must go to the palace and find Call's journal. Okay, another quick round. Everyone's lost sight of the Insane Man. He finally decided to run away. Sissy's AP needs to be reset. Okay, she's going to go first, so we'll do that when we get to her. The Pegasus Clan has rounded up some investors and donated another $106 into Zybot's account. Man, they're just pumping money into his account. Must have a lot of confidence in him. Okay, so let's go down here to the Sun, and we'll adjust her AP. And then she's going to step into the Mariah dock, and she's going to purchase a roll of canvas. The docks. And oh, wait a minute. Let me check something. Cargo pants. Okay, good. She can go ahead and she's going to put this vaccine in the cargo pants. She can carry 2 items in there, so she has room for the roll of canvas. Just occurred to me, maybe she didn't have room for it, but she does. So send a token. Roll of canvas. If you're going to build a boat, you're going to need sails. Combining canvas with a woodworker's kit and bladed weapon in an F location next to the waterway will allow you to build a boat. Trash the canvas once the boat is built. Okay, she has a dicker of 30, and roll of canvas is 250. $325. Holy cow. She's not going to risk getting tossed out of the shop, so she'll pay the $325 reluctantly. Okay, claim ownership, send inventory. Now she has all the equipment she needs to build a boat. And moving on to Pegasus. See, 2, 3, 4. It's good for 2 events. Where you go 2, 3, and the next turn you can go 1 and 3 with the raft. Okay, so he's not going to go for the 2 events. Safety check. No problem there. 2, 3, 3. And he's going to stop and wait. New round. Curious to see what spells he has. The quick heal and the option. Ah, okay. The blacksmith received a new longsword. Now that's a nice weapon. That's a +2 to hit, D10 damage. He doesn't want it. The Zybot, I mean, I don't know why I say he. The Zybot doesn't want it because she has a bonuses to hit because of her being an insectile humanoid, and the weapon would actually bring her hitting ability down, so she's not interested. And the fairy, she's going to stick with her her poleaxe. Let's see, change her AP, and she goes first. Okay, where's the forested locations along the south shore? There's one here. There's one here. And the weather direction is very good, so she should probably get in the water as quickly as possible. So she's going to go to the dark. Ooh, that's a dark grove with 2 events. Oh, that's okay. Let's do it. 1. Still, it's going to be 6 just to the range. Safety check. Okay, what's her? I don't know if she has any flying abilities yet. 4 and 8. Nope. I think she needs at least, what, 10 points to have any sort of flying abilities? Attributes. It's got to be greater than 10. 11 points or higher before she even starts to get benefits from her wings. Okay, so she has 1 event here. She has her quest. She found a puzzle master. This child genius may be young, but her high intelligence and mastery of puzzles will help you solve problems and find things. +2 skill add-on, +10 all find abilities, +15 pick locks, roll 2 d6s in the puzzle room in the palace, roll 2 extra d4s in the game room in the palace. So that'd be a really nice companion to have, but she would have to give up something, wouldn't she? You know, the Puzzle Master would be a much better prize than the Halo of Light, actually, and Puzzle Master wouldn't cost any AP. So she's going to attempt to attract the companion. It is attractable. And she has a 35% attract rate. She attracted the Puzzle Master. She will work for her for free. Claim ownership, send inventory, and she will drop the Halo of Light. Drop disown. There we go. And let's see, the Puzzle Master said that there are 2 skill add-on. So it would be add-on here. +10 to all find abilities. These here are the find abilities. So this would be, you can't change them directly, but when you have to find something, just add 10 to each of these. It would be 40, 34, and 22 right now. Plus, she's an assisting companion, which is an additional percentage, additions to percentages even above and beyond the 10%. 15% to pick locks. Right now she's at 24, so it'd be 39. That'd be nice. And then a couple of puzzle room, a couple of palace room abilities. Okay, great. And moving on to Pegasus. Okay, he's going to go 1, grab his raft, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave his raft here, and he's going to take advantage of the magic portal. So I can step into the portal and teleport to a random location within your current region. So he's now in the Mariah Lowlands. So random location, Mariah Lowlands location. He moved to ML37, which would be somewhere over here. 37, the market, right into the market. No, nothing there he wants to buy. The elephant would be cool, but elephant would be great if there's a lot of players in the game, then you're going to generate a lot of creatures on the board. You're going to have to deal with other players. So the elephant would be a great battle advantage. But with just one other player in the game, there's not going to be that many monsters generated except those that you generate on your own. And so that really isn't as helpful as the price permits. Ox, if you want to drag an ox around, fine. But how much are they? $500? Yeah. No, I don't think so. So round 27. Blacksmith receives a new full helmet. Well, that might be a consideration. And Sissy's AP needs to be reset. No, it does not. Oh, it has been reset because she no longer has the Halo of Light, but she doesn't have to deduct anything anymore. Okay, and Pegasus is up first. Should he try a reading at the psychic? Or should he just get going? He'll stop for a reading. Okay, it's $120 for a reading. Stickers 25. Buy. Decorating 25. $120. And $120. Good deal. Okay, so I have a habit of closing things when I don't need to. It's usually a good rule of thumb that when it's your turn and you stop movement, open up your stats and leave them open until the end of your turn, because you're probably going to have to fool with them at some point. Let's see, so 1 for every 6 points of psychic. He only has 4. You could add 1, but it's still going to not increase it. He's going to go ahead and do that, though. He's going to add a point of psychic since he has 10 here. There we go. All right, and then he has to roll a d12 to see what the reading does for him. 3. Oops, wrong crystal ball. Teleport to a random location in your region. Well, that may or may not have been advantageous. Random lowland location, ML77. Oh, moving it forward a little bit, like right here. Disadvantage of that is it's 3 events. He does have his quest now. He found a mirror. Very nice. He found a gem. Oh, he made out well. He found a mirror. Mirrors, having the mirror allows you to automatically destroy Gorgons. Gorgons are the one thing that can kill you outright in this game. So he is now safe from Gorgons. Claim ownership, send inventory, as well as the, looks like a tie pin, a pin of some kind, send inventory, and a lock, send inventory. gems, and a mirror. He's got plenty of places for it, so. Excellent turn. He got off really nicely on that one. Okay, and done. Two, 5. Into the Dark Grove. And she has 2 events. She has her quest. She found a lock. An evil incarnate. But she can throw the lock in her inventory. She found that first. And this is a roamer, which means it'll remain on the board. Evil Incarnate will grant you a wish if you are truly evil. Of course, she is good. Each character can only get 1 wish from Evil Incarnate. Check off your clan as wish received by if you receive a wish. Well, she's not evil, so he's just going to completely ignore her. And we can go on to the next round. Someone has picked up the Halo of Light, is no longer available. I bet the Thurgis has received a new Halo of Light. How about that? Yeah, things that are left on the board will sometimes be picked up by the land's inhabitants. Of course, you can pick it up if you land on it before that happens. But they will, in turn, immediately sell it to the shops that it would normally belong at. That's why it would suddenly pop back in the shop. Sissy's been working out and has received a point of power. Very good, Sissy. And it's her turn. And she is going to declare, since she's in a forested location, she is going to declare that she is building a boat. Get me a boat. And build status is building. Now, boats take an extra turn longer than rafts. Okay, so moving on to Pegasus. Zybot, she is also going to be getting a boat soon. She has the money to just buy one, though, so she's just going to go to the dock and do that. Let's see, 4. That's as far as she can go, isn't it? Yep. There's no movement advantages here, right? Powers, nope. Fierce fighter, nope, nope, nope. Nothing to help with movement, so 4. And that's as far as she can go, and she's going to have an event. She has her quest. Despite a heavy tension in the air, nothing happens. Okay. Round 29. Zybot the Skate has been working out, and their HP max has been increased to 30. And Zybot goes first. 3, 4, 5. And I believe Zybot is neutral, right? Yes, neutral. So going to stop in the ancient sacred temple. Have an event. An unholy Aurora. Establish a controller. Okay, it puts its tag on it. These strange lights in the sky have a strong influence on the living dead. All undead creatures have their power and psychic doubled for D6 rounds. 4 rounds. Okay, since he is the controller, he will drag this card around with him, and he will deduct 1 round, or deduct this counter by 1 on each round until it hits 0. Okay. And he came here because he wanted to pray. And as a neutral, he gets to roll a d4. I don't think he has any praying abilities. No, nobody had any praying abilities in this game, do they? He has saintly powers, but that's for fighting undead, right? Yep, that's for fighting undead. Okay, so doesn't improve praying at all. So d4. 1. Your prayers provide guidance. Move up to d6 movement points immediately. What a deal. 5 movement points. Okay. 3, 4, 5. He can move to the plains. We can move one of these, maybe pick up some, Not really concerned about the social, but the 2 points of psychic might be nice in the Mist of Amber. Yeah. Since he's not too far behind, he's like almost even Steven, since she's building a boat and he can just buy his. So he's going to go ahead and here and stop, have an event. And you ready for anything? Nothing is happening. Usually the non-events usually don't have to occur that quickly. But yeah, next turn he'll see how much it's going to cost to get those points of psychic, and then he can decide to pay it or move on. Okay, so going to the sun. Okay, the sun can now change their building status on the boat from building to build, claim ownership. She can go to her inventory and throw out her sails or canvas because sell, give to the trash because she's used them. And social makes the boat a takeable object until next round. He could actually just zoop in here and beat her, try to beat her for it. But maybe not. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. You're up. Evil Incarnate has been spotted moving to the palace. The Undead continues to reap the benefits of the Unholy Aurora. And Zybot the Scaly has received a hit point of natural healing. And he's the one with the position, right? Yep. So he gets an extra D4. One more point. Okay, and the sun goes first, which is good because she can get out of there before he shows up. So she's going to take her boat, going to check the wind gauge. Now, if the wind is blowing towards Breen Island, that means you have a tailwind pushing you. So you would roll a D8 and add whatever the pointer is pointing to. If you were going to Mariah Island, you'd be experiencing headwinds. You would roll D8 minus whatever the counter is pointing to. You can always move at least one space. But in her case, she's got a great win, D8 plus 7. So D8 and 4 and 7 is 11. She can move 11 spots. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And check for an event. Half quest. A boat fire. Oh no. You've had a fire on board, which has damaged your sails. You are set adrift for D4 rounds, 3 rounds, while you make repairs. You are -1 MP, and then you are -1 MP for the rest of the ship. Being set adrift means you're a slave to the winds for that period of time. So you would drift one space in the direction of the winds. And ignore this card if your sails are enhanced. Well, your sails aren't enhanced. So it's D4 rounds. I don't think we have a tracker here. No, we'll just do that. So 3 rounds. All right. Oops. Trash that. Pull up a tracker. Set adrift for 3 rounds. Okay, and Pegasus. Okay, beginning of his turn, he drops the tracker 1. All right. And now he's going to see how much would it cost to get 2 points of psychic. It could be D4 rounds and a cost of 2 hit points per round. So 3 rounds. He'd be willing to stay 2, but not 3. He's going to pass and move on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The guild. New round. The Undead continues to reap the benefits of the Unholy Aurora. Zybot the Scaly has received a hit point natural healing. And she also gets to use the services of the physician for another 3 points. Don't think she's going to need that many. She only needs 2. And she's now up to her max. And Zybot the Scaly has been going for quick jogs in the morning, increasing their swift by 1. Okay. And Sun's up first. She is set adrift, and the wind is blowing towards Breen Island, so she's going to drift 1 space towards Breen Island. And even though she's only drifting, she does have an event. Have quest. You've noticed nothing unusual during your travels. Okay. So that was one turn set adrift. And Pegasus. Reduces the occurrence tracker by a point. And then 2, 7, no, just 2. You'll wait. It's kind of a bottleneck in this area. Or 3. Let's see, maybe go to the healer. Let's see, how much room does he have? He has the hiker's pack that only has the map in it. He's still got 2 slots open. Let's see, the healer's got, he has no healing herbs. Yeah, why not? He'll fill up. He doesn't need much of anything else, so he's going to go ahead and try to purchase a antidote and a Lucan Sprout. Okay, the antidote. Consuming the antidote will cure a case of poisoning. That's $125. And the Lucan Sprout. Spreading the juices from this flower on your wounds, except in combat, has a soothing effect. Heal D4 plus 2 hit points, trash when used, and has $75 for a total of $200, and he will make this a bulk purchase. And Dicker of 25. 200. And they want 260. He'll pay it. Nice being a bit flush in your finances, you know. Okay. Inventory. Oops. Here we go. Claim ownership. Send inventory. And he will put the antidote in his hiker's pack. Okay, moving on to round 32. The Undead continues to reap the benefits of the Unholy Aurora. And Pegasus goes first. 5, 6, he can go as far as the fields with a safety check. And pass safely the fields. Oh, he didn't do this thing, did he? Occurrence tracker dropped that 1. There we go. And he has an event. As his quest, he's caused a deep freeze. Actually, this is a natural. Okay, this is a, yeah, that's interesting. This is a general. This is a long-term occurrence, the Unholy Aurora. You can't have another long-term occurrence going while there's one already in effect. The one that she got, you can, because it was a personal occurrence. That's different. But if it's a G, meaning general, or an N, meaning natural, you can only have one operating at one time. So this is a non-event because the Unholy Aurora is already in effect. Okay, so the sun. Wind pushes her one space towards Green Island. So it's going to push her into the tide check. And she's going to go ahead and check the tide check. You may stop here on your way to Green Island if you like. Depending on the tides and condition of the sea at this time, you may be able to take a shorter route. You may only do this check once. Roll D12. Let's see. You may not make a tide check if there is an active natural occurrence. What she's experiencing is not natural, it's personal, that affects the waterway, okay, including super low tide. Okay, so roll D12 to find out what the tides are going to be like. A 2. The tides are normal, no alternate route. So she's going to have to sail to the main dock. She doesn't have an event here in the tide check, so she'll just reduce this by 1. And we'll go on to round 33. The Undead continue to reap the benefits of the Unholy Aurora. Pegasus goes first. And he reduces this to 0, which means that the occurrence is now over. And he's going to go into the Mariah Docks. And he has $2,389. Well, that should be enough to buy a boat because the boats are $1,200. So, Dicker 25, buy 25, $1,200, and they want $1,560. Okay. But it saves on the trouble of having to build one. So get me a boat and claim ownership. And he's ready to go. Moving on to the sun. Wind's still blowing towards Green Island, and she has to go to the main docks, so she's going to move up 1. Still drifting with the tides, but and she's going to have an event. Okay, another uneventful cruise. Okay, and she's now got the repairs on her sails finished. But because of the boat fire and the damage to the boat, she will be -1 movement point for the rest of the trip. And we're going to stop this session at this point right here. So I shall see you next Wednesday. We will be having our campaign stream live tomorrow, Sunday, the 21st, I believe. And we'll be running from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So drop by and encounter the madness. We're a pretty obnoxious bunch, but I've from the people that have watched the stream saying we're also pretty damn funny. So come on by and check us out. See you later.